Hi everyone, and welcome to our week 4 chat, which includes some final tips for your final project. This session is all about giving you the tools, strategies, and confidence to finish your project strong. We've been building up to this all term, and now it's time to put all the pieces together into a complete professional quality financial plan, or at least something very close to that. I'll be walking you through some practical tips, reminders, and resources, all of which will help you organize your work and make sure you address all of the required parts of the assignment. By the end of this session, you'll have a much clearer path forward. One of the best ways to stay organized is to follow the Zimmerman's financial plan structure as your general outline. Think of this as your roadmap. You'll begin by clearly stating the Zimmerman's goals, what they want to achieve both now as well as in the future. From there, you'll move step by step through each major planning area, analyzing their financial statements, mapping out cash flow, tax planning, investment planning, and risk management. Then you'll address retirement and estate planning, any special circumstances, employee benefits, and finally, education planning. This outline can help you ensure that nothing is overlooked and that your plan flows logically from start to finish. Estate planning might seem complicated, but it's really about making sure someone's wishes are carried out, both financially and personally, when they can no longer speak for themselves. For this part of your plan, I suggest reviewing the Consumer Reports article called How to Create a Bulletproof Estate Plan. It's practical and easy to follow, and even though this section may be shorter than others, treat it as though it were as important as all of the others. It can make a huge difference for a family's financial future. If college education is one of the Zimmerman's goals, you will want to create a concrete and actionable plan. Savingforcollege.com is an excellent website for understanding 5 to 9 plans, and their college savings calculator can help you turn a vague goal, such as, well, we want to help pay for college someday, into a specific savings strategy. Be sure to include numbers, timelines, and investment choices that fit their budget as well as their priorities. By this point, you've gathered the relevant data, analyzed it, and addressed each major planning area. Now it's time to integrate them all. Think of the household's resources as a pie, or maybe even a pizza, where each slice represents a competing goal, such as retirement, education, debt repayment, or large purchases. Your goal is to help the family decide how to slice this pie, both for today as well as over their anticipated life cycle. This diagram illustrates how cash flow changes over a lifetime. In early adulthood, most income goes toward housing, living expenses, and possibly student loans. Midlife often brings higher earnings, creating more room for saving and investment. In retirement, the flow reverses. You're now drawing on savings to maintain your lifestyle. Your plan should guide the Zimmermans through these shifts so they will have enough resources at every stage. This is where you address each part of the plan: insurance, investments, taxes, retirement, estate planning, education planning, and more. Think of it as a checklist, but go deeper than simply naming each section. For example, if there's no change needed in a certain area, be sure to say that and explain why. This helps show that you've considered all possibilities. Continue covering each planning area, making sure that your recommendations are both specific and realistic. Even if a section only requires minimal attention, documenting it ensures your plan is comprehensive. Once you have reviewed each of these sections, you are now ready to start shaping your recommendations. Develop solutions and complete the plan. This is where reality meets ambition. You may find that the family cannot fully fund every goal at the current desired level, and this is perfectly normal. Your job is to prioritize and then explain any trade-offs. Maybe retirement contributions come first and college funding is adjusted, or maybe a blended strategy works best. Offering thoughtful alternatives shows that you have considered the various paths that are available. Of course, numbers alone don't drive results. People's habits and behaviors do, however. Ask yourself this: is this plan realistic? Will the family actually follow it? Are the savings targets achievable based on their current spending patterns? If not, adjust the plan at this point. It's better to have a plan that's achievable and sustainable instead of one that's flawless on paper but impossible to actually follow. When writing your plan, link every recommendation back to a specific goal. Keep the language simple and clear. Avoid any unnecessary jargon or lengthy explanation. Instead, explain the advantages and disadvantages of each recommendation and identify events that could trigger a future change. Remember, your written plan is both a record of your analysis as well as a practical guide for the family to follow. An ideal plan starts with a brief summary or financial mission statement and moves into detailed recommendations for each planning area, and then wraps up with an implementation-focused summary. Be sure to use a mix of written text, charts, and tables to make it easier to follow. And don't forget, you can use the downloadable templates provided in your assignment and also posted in the recent announcements as a way to help with formatting and consistency. This completes the big picture for creating your final project. Remember, this isn't just about checking off an assignment. It's about producing a document you could confidently give to a real client or even use for yourself, using your own financial details, of course. Keep it organized, tie every recommendation to a specific goal, and use the resources available to you. If you have questions, feel free to call, text, email me, or post your questions in the Ask questions discussion board. I'm here to help you finish strong.